Morning. Sage FT. It's in the trade. Mr. Fay, good morning. You got the double blue wham bamboozle going here. You got the long signals firing. The problem is we're so far inside narrow range that the only thing you can really do is sweep the leg. It's in the trade. Ripping, ripping, ripping higher. Plausible turn into position one on the 2-minute chart from yesterday's high. I want to remind everyone that in exactly 26 minutes, non-farm payrolls comes out. Now, think about this scenario. Think about this. And we have said this for the last 2 years. Imagine, and this is what we say. Imagine a major news event comes out while the market is sitting at all-time highs. Just imagine. All right. Is suspicious yet? I think so. Right now, I would love to tell you that I have the perfect map, right? But I don't. Okay, what I know is either we're going to go up or down from this level. If we go up, we'll get to what happens if we go up. All right, let's talk about what happens if we go down. 43 or yeah, 43, and then 06, and then 6170 are my thoughts down there. Okay, and you can see the larger ones over here. Now on the upside, it's a little bit different. Okay, and here's what I mean. So 6320 and 6361. That's my 4 hour. So 84 would be your target if you're long. . 15 back into position one. Noise, starting on the 5 minute, but but signal on your 15 minute and above. So which way do we go outside of this range? Kind of looks like they know the answer, huh? Okay. That's going to paint the picture. That I don't got much for it.
Oh, I get what you're saying. I got it from here, guy. Wink. No, no. Oh, I get what you're saying. I got it from here, guy. Wink. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Why won't you listen to me?
15 minute. On the 15 minute, they're in signal, or at least for another, if it expands, it would be another 50 points to the upside. But it would be 235 points to the downside. Okay, do you see this on the 15? So the noise is below us. Creating a spread from the previous noise. So if you think about it, this makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Do they continue to find the signal or do they need noise? Let's watch. We're going to find out. Okay, we've got 18 and a half minutes till NFP. Uh, the New York Stock Exchange closes at 1 p.m. Eastern Time today. That's going to be after we're already gone. Maybe we'll hang out for a little bit. Maybe we'll hang out into the wee hour. Maybe we won't. Right? Maybe we'll hit it and quit it. I don't know. Go enjoy our families. Let's take a look at X.com. Short day with the ES closing at 1 p.m. Longs played out hugely. 8:52 a.m. yesterday posted 62.42 reclaims triggers long. My final target was 62.71. Hit at 3 p.m. 81 plus big resistance was next here now. Okay, plan today trail runner 71 support 81 reclaim sees 87.03. 71 fails. We go to 61.51. All right, and now we wait. Now, what's my plan? Well, my plan is to wait for it to tell me which direction it's going to go. Show me, right? There's no sleight of hand magic. Okay, I'm waiting for my process to repeat. We're deep, 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 narrow range, everybody. It has a bunch of expansion to get outside. So we have to wait for the algorithms to flip. So right now we're going to be kind of watching the Keltner channels on a 2 minute chart, right? So have your Keltner channel rules out, right? Top step, dropping all the prop firm. What is? I don't know what that means. They removed Tradeovate, right? Did they remove Rhythmic too? Wow. So they're going to try to be their own brokerage too. They might get. I don't know if they try to do that. They might trigger some nonsense. Hmm. Just went position one. Now we're back at narrow state. We're sitting at yesterday's high, sitting at VWAP. Folks, we've got 10 minutes till non-farm payrolls. Uh, if it's a dud, okay, so here's how we're going to play this. Check this out. If the price action becomes a dud after the news, right? It's going to dud out and then give us one pattern way afterwards, right? After all the market makers have filled all their orders, it's going to then finally give you what you're looking for, but only after you have paid Top Step and Apex a bunch of money. So if it's a dud, just marinate, right? Think about it. Think about it. A computer is not going to get frustrated because there's no price action. It's going to wait for the price action. Trade like a trade. What does he say? Trade like a machine. Think like a monk. Perfect. Hmm. 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 They had to come back for that 7850 flat tire. I'm going to step away for a minute while we are waiting. No FOMO, everybody. Yeah, there's a simple fix for that. Sage FT. It's in the trade. 20 seconds. Fire. Fire. Up. Fire. Fire your guns. Mr. Corey, let's go. Thank you. I appreciate that. We ride, my friend. Smash that like button. Fire. Yeah, that was kind of obvious, wasn't it? Like we said, it makes sense on the 15. Hold on. So now we've removed the noise and what they're asking, right? What the algorithms are asking on the 15-minute is, can they keep the noise out and remain in signal? Noise, signal. It's really a thing of beauty that our buddy Joey has figured out, everybody. It really is. Listen to the money talk. Your seller is at 93s. Do they smack him? OO evens would put us outside narrow range. And Joey, think about this. The longer it stays in signal, when the noise is created, the spread must widen. Look at the 2-minute chart. Ooh. So they're controlling the length. Mm-hmm. All right, so now watch a sweep of the leg here. Now everybody, we have so there's a up to 80% off. I have a code for you on TradingView here for you. TradingView up to 80% off. Up to 80% off. See, I would sweep the leg. And you'd exit at what, 92.50? If I were looking for a trade, that would be the trade that I would look for. Except that 2-minute printed. 5 minutes, excuse me. We're in La La Land on the. We got 37.75 on the 15. 62.75 on the bottom side. Plausible. Very, very plausible. Okay, which lines up with 5-minute yellow. Six and a half minutes till that bar closes. Anything can happen. All the fluffo. All right, so watching 86 on the 2-minute. It ran right into R1. It's volume still sucks. I want to remind everyone NYSE and the NASDAQ close 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Is this flat tire too much? Too hot to handle, too cold to hold? They call the Ghostbusters and they're in control? Or do they rip it right back through the 91s? Volume profile doesn't look right. Look. Oh, that gap? That they will not let that stand. Folks, I'm sorry. And if they do, the CME is wagging its finger. No, no, no. Ew, Tyson. Oh, 03 Mancini, right? 81. 81 reclaim, 8703. 81, 71, 61, 51. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So 8625 to 8150. You've got 2 minutes, 15 seconds till 15 minutes till the top of the hour. Le Bon Air. Isn't it? It's the good air, right? Le Bon Air. Choochles. How did we know it was going to at least print something around 8625? I don't know. Just two wild and crazy guys. This is where people start drawing their high to high trend lines and get chopped up, right? Because did we go above or below? Did we stay above the 50% of that swing? Or did we just go right below it? And then they start calculating all that stuff, right? And they start placing their bets on whether we're going to go above or below the 50% line. Meanwhile, we just sit here watching them. And we're going to get our phones and we're going to call the fluffer. I got a funny story yesterday. Hold on. When I moved into this building, I do believe I was the only person here. And then there's a couple people to the left of me here. And so yesterday, I get here really, really early in the morning. Clearly, there's nobody else here because of the time of the morning, because I live on the West Coast. And I walk out, and there's like a waiting room, people sitting in the waiting room. There's a lady sitting at a computer at a desk in the waiting room. I'm literally walking out to it like, hello? What? Right? Literally, there's a whole operation going on right outside this. It wasn't there when I walked in to the studio yesterday morning. There was a computer set up. And so I'm like, hi. She's like, hello, I'm Lisa, whatever, right? And so I'm like, I'm like really confused. And I'm thinking like, did the landlord hire like a secretary or something like that, right? So I don't know what I walked out there, and then I walked back in, and I was like, what the hell just happened? And then I come back, right towards the close of the market, and the lady's still sitting there, and I was so confused, and it turns out she rented 3 of the other office spaces, and she owns the practice. And what it is it's an independent medical examiner's office. So she's like the facilitator of the whole thing. And it just threw me off. I'm like, why is this lady sitting in the lobby of this office? What? And then she explained to me what was going on. I was like, genius. But to walk out, there was nothing there before. And there's a desk, a computer, chairs, waiting room, people sitting in the waiting room, doctors walking out of other offices. And I'm just like, I look like Adam Sandler when I walk out there, right? Because he wears all oversized, just baggy, crappy clothes, right? And I'm just like, oh, hello. I found that entertaining. Maybe somebody else did. A Life in the Day of Rev. 8150 has to be touched. Confirmed. Back to The Razor's Edge by AC/DC. I have to get dressed and brush my teeth. I'm in Bend, Oregon. Bend, Oregon. Most of these practices that are here don't start till about 8 a.m. Got the devil in me. All right, we got 10 minutes till the top of the hour. 10 minutes till I get some caffeine. I am stretching the limits today, folks. in 10 minutes, it will be 4 hours that I've been awake, and I have not had any caffeine. I have stretched it to the limit. Tyson, what river are you going? The reason I left my home office is they were not offering upload speed greater than 17. And so I had to find an office with fiber internet. And so now I am in a building that has a direct fiber line, and the office or the knock network is right down the street. And so when we were having those buffering issues at my house, it was because of the high latency on the upload. And so now that we've got it all dialed in, now what we have also noticed is when you're streaming for pretty long periods of time, YouTube does not handle low or ultra low latency, ultra high quality. We have it on our end. YouTube won't handle it on their end. It allows you to see it in 4K because we have a small lag. It does not allow for low latency, high definition. So there's a small lag, and that's the only thing we can do. And if you're wondering why am I not trading, well, looks like the fluffer didn't show up to work, so and we stayed inside narrow range even on that spike. All right, so now this triggers what we talked about earlier. If you weren't here, pay attention. So if we have a very stale amount of volatility after a major news event like this, what we need to do is we need to wait for it to subside, wait for the stale to subside, because that's where everyone gets smoked. When it doesn't move after a news event is when most of you can look at your notes, and that's where it will tell you this is where we lost the most money on a non-farm payroll Friday. Now, today's Thursday. Why did they release non-farm payrolls? I'm so glad you asked. In America, tomorrow is Independence Day, July 4th. There's Globex, but there's no stock market. Stock markets today close at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, let's be very, very clear. Only the junior brokers are at the desks. Okay. Anyone that's senior level or above, either they're an ass kisser or they're in the Hamptons, one or the other. So discretion is limited or maximized. Limited ability to execute. They're only allowed to fill orders that they were given 4 days ago, if that makes sense. Okay, you're going on the Kenai. Okay, so are you fishing the Russian or are you fishing the Kenai? Or are you going to Deep Creek? Get some halibut. Halibut. I don't think they're ready yet. just under 5 minutes till my first sip of caffeine for the day. Halibut. Halibut. Yeah, she's going to be in Deep Creek. Yes. Looks like they're buying it. Okay, red on white. 30-second. Does it paint right there on the 30-second, Joey? On that weird cross to the Kisilov. Okay. Cigar and iced coffee. Let's go, Jita. Let's go. Send me a picture, Joey. Send me a picture of your 30-second chart. I want to see what that looks like right there. $73.81, boys. $73.81. Are you ready for a good time? Oh, that'd be the swoop and dip, huh? You're looking at the 2-minute chart, right? Okay, it did paint on that last one. That was my question. Thank you. That makes sense. Because a rule's a rule, and a computer just sees it that way. I got it. Because it could be either. You know what I mean? Thank you. What we're talking about, folks, is on look, when you're looking at the CS, right? This red was still above white, and then it closed. It flipped, and so I was asking Joey a question about that. Nom 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 nom. 5-minute crushing souls of longs. Look at you guys see that? Look at this little. Think of so every time I'm long, right? Joey would say, snake mouth, 5 minute. And I'd start cursing him, right? If you're wondering why, right? You get the red and the blue going like this underneath price with white outside of it, right? This is a different algorithm running than if it were in order. Noise, signal. Noise, signal. They're like, all right, if you want to get to your 98, you have to earn it. That's what they're telling them, right? That literally, because your 32nd is still creating more, more yellow tape. Look at white, look at red and blue. Okay, now I'm not saying it's going to go down. Okay, but just there's some Charlie Foxtrot. The fluffer forgot to show up, and this is what it looks like. This is what the pullout looks like. Oh, sorry. It's Friday. It's okay. All right, taking a look at. Let's look at what other news we have today. Let's see if there's anything else that tickles our fancy here. PMI composite final. Oh, good. 9:45. Factory orders 10 a.m. ISM service index 10 a.m. That's it. And then the early close. Does it say early close? It does. Good, good, good. Okay, protect gains, leave runner 63.14 above 03, dipped 7 deuce. Thank you. So 91.50 and 75. 91.50 and 75. Oh man, I'm so sorry, folks. I got so locked into drawing these. Looking on the 30-second chart, I forgot to tell you. It's my favorite time of the morning, folks. All right, so if you're new, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to stand up, greet the people to the left of you, people to the right of you, shake their hand, say hi. Today we're going to cheers to everybody and freedom, right? Freedom. If you don't have freedom, you need to go somewhere where you can be free. Those of you that are in certain countries, you should liberate. The rest of you, tomorrow is for us. Happy America Day. Cheers, everybody. Cheers to freedom, boys and girls. Cheers to the freedom that you are free enough to say that in this country. Free enough in this country that you can speak your own opinion about the government online. Mm, mm. I'm waiting for him to pop his damn head up. I don't think he's here. Those of you that live in countries where the sun rarely shines and you cannot be free on the internet, the tyranny. There he is. There's that rat bastard. Oh, man, watch out. Oh, man. It's going to be a good one. All right. So now this is one of the signals that you look at. Watch your 90s. Okay. You're going for 93 real quick. Okay. There's your 9150s. Here comes your 93s real quick. You're long 90. You're hitting 93s. This is a full blown signal. Win or lose. Place your stop appropriately. Here comes your 9150s. 93 is next. On your 30-second chart, 9150, bing, you got it. 93 next. Like I said, it's coming quickly. Look at it, folks. Clear as day. Here you go. First target. Bing. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. Do you guys remember the 3 rules that I gave you yesterday for narrow range trading? What are they? Who is paying attention? I'm going to Venmo the first person $20 that types it in correctly. Mods don't count. Sorry, Joey. I know you need $20. Okay. If you can get all 3 of the 3 criteria that I posted yesterday, $20 in your Venmo account. All you got to do is email Elijah once we get this over with your email address Venmo. No, you didn't do anything. That's the best thing. Let's go. That paint bar right there. That was all the trade you needed to make all the money today. Right there was the easiest money today. Watch. So my question for anyone that wants a free $20 in your Venmo or Cash App or Apple Pay, I don't care which. Okay. What did I say yesterday were the 3 rules that we're using for the paint bars inside narrow range? And Joey, what I said was mods are not allowed to answer. I mean, I'll give you $20, but I mean, I assume I'll give you guys time to think about it. It's very specific. What do we do with the paint bars inside NR7? Spectre, is that in England? Indeed, you did. Absolutely. I saw. Oh, I don't. I can't, I don't want to say it on YouTube. No, 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 no. Hmm. No. Yeah, that's classy there, Mr. Lewis. Mr. Lewis, will you put that over in Trader Chatter for us? Good, 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 good. Now, see how orange engulfs? Oh, that's so sick. Oh, that's so sick. That's so sick. The the picture of your trade. Okay, now be careful if we go below the stop of blue. Watch, 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 watch. Because if they don't sweep the leg, oh no no okay so Faye, what I was talking about was there's three rules that I gave for how to trade the painted bars inside narrow range 7. I don't remember when I said it. All right, if nobody types them in the next let's say couple minutes here, I'll lay them out and then we'll go over how those rules are there. Yeah. Now, if you think about it, though, Mr. Lewis, as a content creator on YouTube, do you see how I have the same laws as you? Isn't that crazy to think about? Those of you, right, those of you that live in England, right? For a content creator, it would be an economic D, right? Okay, snake's mouth is getting fed on the 32nd again. Let me show you. Folks, when Joey's talking about the old Hissington, okay, look, right, so we've established what creates the yellow lines, right? Okay, it's when price prints, okay, here, right? So now, well, we go wackatocious, right? Noise straight into, well, it looks great for a minute, right? Look, oh look, it's rallying, right? So think about who got smoked right here like a pack of cigarettes, right? Think about this. It goes in order right here. This is beautiful. This is world class fuckery. Mwah, mwah. Joey, are you salivating? Because look, here's what I mean. This is where old you gets smoked. Oh, look, the ribbon is repeating. It goes back in line. Everything is back in order. Good. I'm going long. I'm going to put my stop at blank. Okay, so now there's the traders that go, okay, I use X number length of moving average. I'm going to put my order there. Boom. Okay, and then so then there's the, well, here's the green overtakes red traders. Because why? Let me explain why. Because the snake has to eat. Because the snake has to eat. Folks, you guys can thank Joey for this. Seriously. You guys can seriously thank Joey for this. Look at what he typed. 87 white on blue. It's heading there, waiting for 87 slap. 87.50 actually. Okay, we just hit 88. Okay, folks, this is how algorithms actually think. You got to think outside the box. If you keep losing, look, and you could use a 30-second chart, 2-minute chart, 1-minute chart, 27-minute chart, 36, 1.21 gigawatt chart. It doesn't matter. Think of how many people got trapped right here. Because we're narrow range. And so the noise, listen to this, is on the smallest time frame. Mr. Matt, are you here? One. Brad, does that answer questions that you have? So think about like the last 45 days. Most of my losses when I'm trading the 2-minute and the 30-second chart is when Joey goes, oh, so I'm long. And Joey goes, oh, snake mouth, 30-second, snake mouth, 2-minute. And I go, fuck you, Joey. Okay. And it goes straight to that level. Why? Because the algorithms are programmed to take your frickin' money, guys. Look, because everybody got their signals at the same time. Everybody being the weak players that don't have the real data. The real data says once these move into certain blah, 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 well, there is the snake. So now that you see that on the 30-second chart, I just screwed that chart up. I just did it again. Okay, hold on. So now that you see that on the 30-second chart, do you see the snake mouth? So here's how this works. What they're doing, and this is just my interpretation of what Joey has explained, okay, right? Looking at the moving averages here. This is a snake mouth. So all the people that are scrambling to get long are threatened by this. Right there. All the algorithms are on stun until that resolves itself. How does it resolve itself? Red, white, blue. How does it resolve itself? Okay, it's either going to shove price upwards, pushing white and red up above white and red above blue. Think of the moving averages, right? Think of it going back into position one, but with 3 moving averages. That's the easiest way I can explain that. Okay. That would close the mouth of the snake because white would go above blue. So then what you're going to see is Joey type in white on blue 5 minute. Okay. Right now, white on blue 30-second. Right now. Okay. With a crime scene at 89. I'm sorry. Yep. At 89.25 on the 30-second chart. So on the 45-minute chart and 15-minute chart, you see that I have these little tags that say in order. Okay. Watch this. This will make sense now that I've explained all this. Watch this. Just looking at the moving averages. Noise. Signal. Slight amount of noise. Signal. Write down what Joey just said. He just paid you $1 million. When white crosses blue, wait for the pullback, then enter on blue, hold. Listen, did he stutter? No, no, he didn't. Okay, so think about that. He just gave you $1 million. 1 million. David O, are you still trying to work on the narrow range thing? Talk to me, buddy. What do you need help with, buddy? Let's get you fixed so you that this never changes. Okay, now I'm gonna drop gold. Someone clip Elijah. Okay, I'm gonna explain three rules that you have to have for these paint bars to work during narrow range 7. Okay, so now, all right. So the way that it works, and what I want to do is I want to make a little video on the perfect narrow range trade using these painted bars. Okay, so the way that it works is rule number 1. We look to sweep the leg when we are inside the narrowest range of the last 7 trading days, meaning find the stop and put the entry where put your entry order where your stop would have been. Number 2, a signal on the Keltner channel could be a plausible reversal. Rule number 3. Base of the ignition candle originates on a moving average, the 20 or 200 or the 20/200. Now, that goes along with all your other Keltner channel rules, but what I'm doing is I'm setting up the framework for this trade right here. Okay, now let's go back. We're narrow range and we're in position 1 fresh. We're not going to take this because why? Because the entry's outside of the Keltner channels. So what do we have to do? We wait for our pattern to repeat. So now if we have the 3 rules, right? So sweep the leg. Well, that clearly didn't work because it's also telling you that it's a reversal because you're on, above, or at the Keltner. So the next thing that we're looking for is go back into position 1, and then we're looking for the trade where the base of the candle originates from either the 20 or the 200. In this case, perfectly on the 200 after a two-step flag break reversal. So now watch where this goes. It's already hit 1R. Okay, 1R. Okay, was 93. It didn't get stopped out by any manner, and it's still going. That is a textbook 100 level Keltner channel narrow range 7 trade using the paint bars. You're welcome. Smash the like button if you got to witness what I just explained. Please. I literally just paid you $1 million. I literally just paid you $1 million. Joey paid you $1 million a few minutes ago. So far we've given out $2 million to the chat so far. All we ask for is a like button. Let's go. Let's go. G-Man got it. Now remember the rule. Those of you that have been here for a long time, when G-Man puts the gem in, okay, when G-Man puts the gem in, it's probably what? Who remembers? Listen, if there's one student, if I had to pick a couple students to come here and show you guys how to trade, G-Man would be one of them. Let me just put that out there, right? And let me tell you why. He did his homework. He does his homework daily, all weekend, every night. He's changing diapers, he's burping babies, and he's studying the charts. That's who I want on my trade desk. Okay? So take that for what it's worth, all right? All right, what do we got to the open? Oh, 15 seconds, folks. Imagine we're going to open on all-time highs after non-farm payroll. Which way do you think this thing's going? Like in that video, have you guys seen that yet? The instructor, he has his whole class short into non-farm payroll. You guys see that? And he's like 3, 2, 1, and it goes straight up. And the whole class goes silent. His face goes red. He just stops talking, and he's on his phone trying to close it as fast as he can. Oh, you have to see the video. You have to see the video. You have to see it. It's that obvious, right? Okay, so now, do you see the value of the explanation I just gave? Now you have to see it in hindsight, right? Because you didn't believe me when the bar printed. Let me tell you why you didn't believe me. Because you personally don't have enough data that supports the information given. So instead of taking my word for it, okay, start going back and watching the streams. All of them are on VOD on our YouTube channel. Okay, those of you that are watching on Kick, X, and Facebook. Okay, it's live trading desk Sage FT at symbol live trading desk Sage FT. Okay, and you'll see, because we're not, listen. This indicator is not, this paint bar is not for sale. Nobody's getting it. Okay, it's on my channel because this is my interpretation of the market. Okay. And so what I want you to do is I want you to go back and I want you to study. Well, he said that if we're narrow range and we're inside the countdown channels, that there's 3 rules that go with all the other rules that I've already looked at. I'm going to test that. I'm going to go back through his videos. I'm going to see what he meant. 6,300 prints. Okay, we got 0314. 0314. These bars don't work on a break like you think they do. Just because you see that big blue painting does not mean you take the signal. It means if you're in, you stay long. You don't enter here. Let it go to 14. I don't care. That's not how this works, right? Did we get our 5 points to be outside Nero Granja? We are wide range. Let's go. Got our little wide range indicator here. Top right corner, outside NR7. 0314. In the afternoon, I have a new hobby. You guys will like this. My new hobby is watching all the other streamers short this shit. I don't want to name names, but there's too many of you streamers streaming the same ICT bullshit. Find something original. Well, the fair value gap here, I think it's going to come down and we're going to be able to retest the fair value gap. We're going to be able to short the chooch back to the... Come on, get original. It's so simple. No, it's not. Okay, 03, 14. And then you have things like Top Step TV, where I don't care if they were in the pit, right? In the pit, you can watch the other people trade, and you can follow the guy that makes money, right? So when I watch Top Step TV, here's what I hear. Okay, I hear something similar to the ICT bullshit, right? What I mean by that is, the guys on Top Step TV, they're just regurgitating what they heard in the pit, what they heard someone else say, and what they thought worked. Clearly, those guys don't make money. Literally, right? And so they sound smart by doing those weird little things. Well, you know, the regression, you know. I'll tell you this right now. I listened to the Squawk Box for years. I never heard those guys' tags called. So, never. Not once. There's your 03, folks. Lock in gains, protect profits. Now that you guys have had time to see what I was explaining to you while it was happening. If I were trading this week, if I were actually executing, okay, that would be my trade and I would be done for the day. Right there. I can't draw anything on the charts. I got 2 more days. I got today and the next day that I trade. I can't draw anything. Okay. And I can't trade. All I can do is observe, right? What a trade. I hope all of you are clipping that and going to review that later when we close the stream down. Because listen, the biggest challenge that most of you come to me with for chart purposes only is you're struggling with narrow range. And let me tell you what happens with narrow range. 64% of the time we trade narrow range. So what's your strategy for when we're narrow range? Tony L has one. Remember right? We talk about Tony L. Okay. Perfect. Right. So what are your rules? Okay. I literally just explained what my rules. The final three are to include the paint bars. Now, people say, well, what are the paint bars? Let me give you the answer. Where I lost since 2010 when I started watching the ES, that's all of my stop outs. So it's the opposite of all my stop outs. Let's go. Great job. Let's go. Yeah, Nick, shut it down and go celebrate with some hot dogs. No hot dogs for me this weekend, folks. I get a chicken breast. Now, watch this. Most of you don't have the stomach for this. Watch this. If you're to take the long from 92.50 on this pink bar, did it profit? Do they still sell Nathan's at Costco? Asking for a friend. Okay, big volume at 04. Big volume at 04. Big. Folks, join them. Join them. Close it up. Lock it in. Look at them selling. Look at them selling. Look at them selling. Close it up. Oh, yeah. Oh, beautiful. 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 Okay, stepping away. Batman, Mr. FOMO is in the building.
Wink. No, 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 no. Why won't you listen to me?
Sometime, anytime. Okay, first touch red 32nd after it goes back in order was a banger. Right at 6,300. Right at 6,300. Goes right back in order, right? It's noise, 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 goes back in order, rallies into new all time highs, touches red, and rips. Imagine that, right? Noise, signal. Where do you join the signal? Ah, good, 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 good. No tomorrow. Yeah, right here on the 15-minute is where see this is where Joey's talking about, folks. See 37? Watch, watch, watch. Watch what Joe now think about what Joey's saying. Noise. Okay. Signal. Noise. Signal. When do they find the noise again? Did everyone else's DOM just completely get messed up? Um okay. It looks like it just got fixed. You've got 229 at 10. Oh, I see it. Guys, I see it. Like, look. Observation. Hold on, that's the wrong camera. Observation, not participation. Try it. You know you want to. You know you want to. Well, there's 14. This is a squeeze. This is a good one. As planned though, right? I mean, this was set up, right? We all week long. What did we talk about? They're on the larger time frames, they're setting it up. 20's got 325. 20's got 325. 25 is 235. He's every five up, folks. He's every five up. Happy holidays, sir. Who's still long? Remind everyone, it's a half day today for the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ. Zach, are you still awake? Struggling here. You should be long from much lower, right? Yeah, maybe we'll end the stream in about 10 minutes, folks. There's no reason to keep going here. I'm uh yeah, we'll end it on a high note. So we'll go till 7 we'll go till 10:30. And then I'm gonna head out of here. No stream tomorrow. 4th of July in America, so it's Independence Day in the United States. Happy 4th of July, everybody. If you're wondering why we celebrate it, and you're inside the United States, do some homework on what's happening over in England, and you'll no longer wonder why we um, created the Constitution of the United States of America, folks. And it's not a political statement by any means, and it's actually not up for rebuttal in my eyes. It was created for a reason, and you are now 225 years later finding out why we did what we did, what we had to do, and why we have the freedom to say what we want to say. Folks, it is no joke. Happy 4th. There's your 6320s. 2235. 2235. 2 times initial balance, about 18. All right, traders. This is Revan Wood. I go by Sage FT online. You're watching the review for the 3rd of July, 2025, shortened holiday session. So we're going to cut up out of here early. It's been a great morning. The trade that was called, that was the master trade for the day. The easy money was right here at 90, stop of 87. 90 with a stop of 87. Very, very simple. We got it's narrow range, right? We get our non-farm payroll. Okay. But what we're looking at here is let's go to the larger time frames. Let's zoom out. Okay. We're at all-time highs. And you if you've followed me for the last few years, okay, all the way back to 2011, you'll hear me say time and time again, it's amazing how the news comes out when the market's at all-time highs, or it's amazing how the market's at all-time highs when we're about to have a major economic news release. Well, amazing means that it's scripted. Okay, it's choreographed. I want everyone to understand that what we're looking at is choreographed, right? This 13% move. Come on, folks. That's what they bought, and what happens is they got caught with a lack of liquidity. There was a liquidity crisis situation, so they had to mask it. They had to mask it. They had to stop buying for a day or two to get a better price. Once they got that better price, it was all over but the crying. Again, this is what your grocery bill looks like. This is what your grocery bill looks like. Okay, that's why it's going up. Look, the economy is deteriorating. There's no doubt about it. But that has nothing to do with the stock market, right? So how did we play it? Well, if we stayed above 43, it was bullish. And the target, oh, look at that. Look at the 4-hour target getting hit. Boys, look at that. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. Wow. Hello. All right. So now going to the 15-minute, right? Wait for position one, wait for everything to work. Take the next green overtakes red. Gone. How did we enter? Well, using the 2-minute chart, you wait for our pattern to repeat, which is right here, meeting all criteria. Stop is right below here. Gone. Okay. Come on over and watch us trade Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 11:30 or noon. No trading for the 4th of July. Everybody, I would like to say 4th of July, happy to you. 4th of July, happy to you. May you remember why our founder and forefathers moved away and created this beautiful nation that we have. Happy 4th of July, everybody. I'll see you Monday morning. I'll see you Sunday night for the review and rev up. You're gonna see some trades that are in process next week. We'll see you. I'm going to stream for a couple more minutes. Those of you that are watching the review, good night. So it needs noise, Joey. Joey, I've come to the conclusion that your charts, okay, and Joey, over the weekend, I want you to look at it this way. Your charts have defined noise and signal. Noise and signal. I want all of you to kind of just ponder that over the weekend. So let's look at here's what I mean. This is the 15-minute chart, just with the KISS chart, right? Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So now what I want to do is let's look at it along with Joey's work. Not by doing that. Okay. There. Noise, signal. Noise, signal. And they had to push it back into noise to create the next signal. And so what you're asking yourself is, well, which way is the next signal from the noise? What signal is coming from the noise? Okay, that's what you're watching. Okay, but because you go to the 4-hour chart and we're in position one, right? We're position one on the 4-hour. Beautifully, might I add. So that helps us. It's beautiful. That's how we roll. Look at oh man, on the 4 hour, they have them smoked, folks, like a pack of cigarettes. The shorts, all the people that tried to sell protection, all the hedges had to unwind. That's what's fueling this, right? The only way they can unwind the hedge is to buy. Um, so we either so all right. So now let's be very clear as to what happens here on the 4 hour chart. We go either here, just and literally right down to where I already have it drawn. Okay. Okay. Or straight to here, like Gappertino, right? Because think about it. Like right now, what are they doing? They're keeping it flat. So what? Why are they keeping it flat? Why is it so flat on all time highs? So are they inducing something? What are they inducing? Right? And if they're going to reverse it, you're going to see it on the Joey charts first. You're going to see it on the 30-second chart first. Your red's going to go below yellow, below white. It's going to create the snake mouth. Okay, or excuse me, or it has continue, right? And so then you're watching, okay, first touch of white, first touch of blue, fail. Okay, now what? Well, then your 2-minute kiss chart could turn down. Now what happens if it doesn't? Well, you stay long. That's going to do it for me, folks. I'll see everyone Sunday night review and rev up. I hope everyone has a wonderful 4th of July. I wish all of you health and happiness. Okay, folks, you have 3 days to study and create what your plan for what you're going to do for next week. I want everyone to at least take some time with your family. Peace.